ようこそ
Hello everybody and welcome to another Bleach Mobile 3D video. It has been a while and today we are visiting the Association War, so Guild Wars effectively, Group Wars, whatever you want to call it. And I did one before, but when I was in my normal group. So on this one we moved to the strongest group for the war, so that we get better rewards and so that everyone can fight against the other war from cross server, against the other guys from cross server. Which makes it a lot more fun in a way. So here at the beginning, obviously straight going to get to capture an area, so we can get some points on a board. Really not much to see. We've got only 2 lines open at the beginning of the event. I think that's 5 areas each. Yeah, each line has 5 areas. And their area 51 actually catches some areas before us. Area 51 being the group from cross server, so they're kind of starting ahead of us there. Mostly because I think our players are probably doing the Last Notches event, and not here just yet. But that won't last very long. I obviously get absolutely destroyed because I am extremely weak. So Kakashi, I don't know, it's like 3 times my power or something like that. It's ridiculous. And there we are already in front with the most areas. I'm pretty much overloading the map with players. Now to be fair, as having a lot of players on doesn't matter much, because the opponent group does have players that will destroy a bunch of us by themselves, easily done. Because, you know, obviously big whales and that. But it still does help to capture flags having more players on. I spend most of the time reviving and, well, dying and reviving, basically. Well, maybe not most of the time, it really depends. Sometimes I go through a nice spell of being alive in an area, or in a line rather, and sometimes you just get killed as soon as you respawn. And we capture this area here with Ermac. And then we go our separate ways. See what's happening elsewhere. And basically just keep moving around. And that's Kakashi again, which I believe is going to kill us, unsurprisingly. Even with air mark and Sekitov, and not strong enough to do damage to him. He's so much stronger than us. And then we're spawning back again, literally to the middle of them. Literally. So they had 1 or 2 at the flag and 2 at the spawning point, another 1 in the middle. So I was never gonna live very long with those odds. Here Ragnarok is one of their strongest players, so a few of us try to do some damage, but he's just way too strong for us as well. You do take some damage, but take some damage, I mean do some damage. I survived way longer than I normally would, and eventually met the unavoidable end. A slightly quieter respawn on this one. The war lasts about 30 minutes. Obviously I'm not gonna record it for 30 minutes because there's, you know, just a lot of repeating itself basically. But yes, it's basically die, respawn, go capture areas. And Ragnarok is either still here or I didn't pay attention to the time. Yeah, I think this was right after. I don't think I skipped time on this one, so yeah. He was kind of just being killed as we respawned. And there we can see already the difference being absolutely massive. Only the 2 of our groups with points on the board at the moment. Because everyone kind of joins together to do the war. Sometimes you get towards the end some other group, which I believe we do on this one. Which I do sometimes as well. If I am doing war and I don't join the strongest group, because sometimes I don't know if I'm going to be up at this time. The war is till midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, depending on the time of the year. For my time zone, that is. So sometimes if I am online, I just log in, try to capture a flag or something, just get some points on the board. Because if we get top 3, we still get some decent rewards. Obviously top 2 is better, you get one more rainbow potion, I'll call it that. And there's Onoma, it's the strongest player in our server. I don't think whichever opponent was here wasn't gonna last very long. Oh, they had it was a time that they were spawning. I got there a little too late to the party. You see so many players. It's a shame the character models don't load properly. Part of it is just the game being crap, and part of it is me playing in Europe, connecting to the Brazilian servers or South American servers. Though I know some players from there also have characters not loading up, so it's not necessarily just the latest. Lord Ryu is there, and if you hit me, I'm dead. Yeah, there you go. And it's still there going despite the many of us that are there trying to kill him. So eventually you get a third line open depending on how many players on, and if you can see there, if we reach 70, then we will have line 4 open as well, which I haven't seen that for a while. At the beginning we were getting that, but now it's obviously less and less players. But again, like any other game, people will drop off and move on with their lives and go to other games. So getting the third line open these days is actually quite hard, as it is. I don't think we'll see, unless we get another merge, I don't think we'll see line 4 opening. And here we all band together to get a little flag and go on to the next. Either to the next victim or to become the victim, which is normally what happens to me. You can see people in chat interacting, because sometimes we need help on other lines. You end up with too many players in one line and not enough on others, and obviously the opponent will be using that. And sometimes you just gotta do like I do here. We've got plenty of us, there's nothing going on this line, so we gotta quit. Sacrifice that a little bit to join in a line where it's actually needed, which is line 1 at the moment. Though I think that's already under control. By the time we get here, there really isn't too much to do. Because all these whales have killed everything. But it's fun, you know, get a few of us on screen again. Makes it look kind of cool. And there we've got the only player that he still killed me once, as you can see by the comments. But I did get my revenge. I did kill him after. I did have some help from Sasserthought, I think. And we reach the end of the event. So, Association War over for another week. Although I thought there was like 30 seconds left, so I was a bit confused. And Executori, so the group that I am with, actually managed to get somebody into the rankings at the end. And they got the 3rd spot, meaning they get a couple of nice rewards. And this is the rewards we get from it. Well, not here, this one. So we get those unifrags, those sprays, and free pride potions. And if you finish 3rd, it's only a difference of once you get 2 potions. I'm not sure about the frags and sprays. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.